And the way I realized this was I went shopping, okay? And so, you like this shirt? The story has to do with this shirt. See, I was like, I don't know if I want to tell it or not. I'm glad you pointed that out. So this is the thing, right? I'm broke like a joke right now, right? And so I'm like, all right, I need to go shopping. But shopping when you're broke is not very fun, right? And so, I'm like, I need to start dressing like I want to dress. Like, I want to stay and rock this T-shirt every day and jeans and then whatever. And so I'm like, man, I need to show off. I mean, I need a new wardrobe. But every time I go to the store, it's like everything is just a little bit, like $10 over my price range, I'm like, maybe I could splurge, but I just can't splurge, And so I went to the gallery and I was shopping this one day, and so God started talking to me while I was shopping, And he started just guiding me through shopping, right? And this was kind of crazy to me. I'm like, okay, And I was like, nah, do this, buy this, blah, blah, blah. Go to this store, go to that store. And I'm like, cool. And so I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm just, I'm always doubting myself when I'm hearing God. And so, he told me to go. So I went to the gallery the first day. I basically didn't buy nothing, but I bought some pair of jeans, right? And they were like 30-something bucks. And so, but God told me to buy these other jeans, which is like $1 more at Macy's, And I'm just like, that doesn't make no sense. I'm going to go with the cheaper one, And so he's like, I'm telling you, get those jeans, And I'm like, I don't know, man. It don't make no sense. I mean, whatever. They're the same. And so I went back home and I left those jeans in the bag. And God's like, because I'm supposed to get boot cut, and I got the other ones that are bag. And he was just like, you should get the boot cut. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Guy got fashion. So I'm just like, I need that room. I like to have, loose, pants, whatever. Anyways, so I was like, and so I went home, but I was like, guys, like, man, I'm telling you, you need to return those jeans and go back over there. And I'm just like, God, all right, fine. I'm going to do that. And I left in the bag for a few days. And then he was like, you need to go shop around Pearland, a little bit more in the price range. And so I was like, all right, that's fine. And so I go and I return my jeans. And then I go back to Macy's again. Those jeans are still hanging up there, right? And I'm like, I'm surprised it's still there. It's like the same exact spot hanging up in the front. It's the right size and everything. And he's like, go get those jeans. I was like, man, all right. I'll pick up the jeans. They were $34. They went all the way down to $22. And I'm like, all right, God, I guess you were kind of right. And I'm like, cool. So I got some cheaper jeans. And then I went to Pearland, right? And he's like, all right, I want you to go to Kohl's, because they always got nice sales there somehow. I don't know how I get these sales. And then he said we go to JCPenney. I was like, cool, whatever. And I go to Kohl's, and what did I get there? I think I got a T-shirt or something over there that I needed. And it was pretty darn cheap. No, yeah, I got a nice dress shirt for like $7. And I was like, dang, and it looks like an Express shirt. But I'll call it Express when y'all see it. And so, that's what I did, right? So then I went to JCPenney. Now, this is what got me tripped out. He's like, go to JCPenney. I'm like, JCPenney? And he's like, yeah, JCPenney. I'm like, all right, I'm going to JCPenney. And I'm, walking around like, oh, cool. Because what I really wanted was one of those shirts. Jim saw that shirt I had, right? I was like, that's exactly what I wanted. I saw it there. But you had to buy two. It's like buy one, get second one, 88 cents. Weird thing. I don't know. So I was like, fine, I'll buy that one and this and that. And then I'm walking around. This cuddly lady's like, oh, man, $2.97? Oh, this whole rack is $2.97. Son, do you want some of this? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, this whole rack over here is $2.97. $2.97 stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, it's crap, And I go there, I was like, whoa, hold up. It's actually a shirt I wanted, which is like a Pink Floyd shirt, and it was what I needed. There's another shirt, look, and it went down to $1.97. And then there was another shirt. There was I don't know what I wanted was it's like because I wanted to have a little bit more tighter fitting shirts, and I'm like maybe I'll try it out. and so I got another one. It was $1.97 too. And then on top of that, and so what I really wanted was one of these type of shirts that like had a collar and a design on here, and I wanted a white shirt. And I saw this hanging up, and I was like, I got a little spoiled. I mean, it was only like $20 or something, but I got spoiled. I saw $1.97. I'm not gonna buy this crap. And so I looked at it, and he's like, go get that shirt. I'm like, man, it's all right. I mean, it's not exactly what I wanted, He's like, I want you to get that shirt. And I was like, dude, it's gonna cost like more than everything I've already bought. It's like, go try it on. Like, try it on. I was like, it just doesn't fit right, And he's like, just get the shirt. And I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, fine, God, I'll get it. And so, long story short, what happened was, so I went to the register, and she's, putting everything in. They had some basketball shorts and everything for $1.97. And I was like, man, I really don't want this shirt, but, And she scans it, and she's like, hey, was this shirt like on that rack? I was like, I know it was on sale. She's like, well, okay. So she avoids to put $1.97 on there. I was like, dang, man. And I was like, you know, I was just like kind of like in awe of God, you know? Because that whole trip and everything he was talking to me the whole time, it just kind of got me into this weird, like, I was just, wow. And it happens so many times, but every single time it happens, I'm like, wow. But the whole point of that story was this. As much as I wanted to doubt myself, and like even, this is, what I got out of this was that I am hearing God correctly, right? When I hear what's supposed to be done in this church, I am hearing correctly. I might have doubted myself, but I need to still understand that God is still speaking to me. He might have done it through this way, but it takes an effort on yourself to understand that God might be still talking to you. As much as it might seem like things are falling apart again in your church, or it might be going in the wrong direction, God is still talking to you, and it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing thing that needs to keep going. And throughout the whole aftermath, as much as things might come after you, you have to keep going and keep listening to God's voice. Amen? So next message is going to be about the whole battle.